how does it feel to be, you know, one of the main characters in this new film? What is going through your mind?
Oh man, I'm just forever excited. I mean, I couldn't think of a better franchise, a better character, better people to work with. I mean, I just feel so blessed. I mean, you got natives and you got the predator, man. I mean, what could be better? And Taabe is, my character. He's just such a. I feel like he's got a heart of gold, you
Yeah.
know. And I can't think of anything better to happen.
Well, the really, and I agree, your character does have a heart of gold. And I think you, as a person, brought that forward in a really wonderful way, because something that you really beautifully did in this is you were instrumental in standing up for your sister.
Thank you so much, and I'm so glad that translated and that came through to you, because it was very important to me, that Taabe not just be another jealous older brother that we've seen 1,000 times before, like because yeah, it's I feel like it's been done to death, and also we need to see families who love each other, who support each other. He's kind of got that Papa Bear thing going on. He's got his mother, he's got his sister, and he's watched his sister grow up. He knows she's a good hunter. He knows she's a good tracker, but also he doesn't want her to get hurt. He doesn't want her to, anything to happen to her, because she's his baby sister at the end of the day. But
Right.
being able to step aside when he knows this is your wheelhouse, and encourage her, I was just on cloud nine to be able to portray. I mean, I feel like that's what people need.
Yeah. How do you express this sense of being an individual, but at the same time, belonging to the tribe? Because it's interesting, as a young man, I feel like you really were kind of immersed in these worlds in that sense.
Yeah, it was cool because we had a 4-week boot camp before the movie came out, or I mean, before we started filming, excuse me.
Right.
And so, each character has a name, it has a meaning. You got Taabe, you got Naru, you got Itse, you got Hupi, you got Tabukini, all these different guys. And so, and each guy has their own war paint that's unique to them,
Right.
and some guys brought things from their culture. A lot of Cree boys, they had certain ways of doing things that they wanted to keep legit for themselves. And so you kind of, you bond together, but you also have these certain parts of yourself that you keep and you hold on to. So that was great, filming wise.
I noticed you guys doing it. I noticed.
Oh, it's awesome, man.
I did. I saw it all. Could you be more native than to say, I want to do all my own stunts?
Oh yeah, for real. I'm like, I was like Steve McMichaels. He's the guy who did. He's a stunt coordinator. I was like, I want to do all of them. He's like, I was like, come on, man. And luckily he was like,
were they surprised?
Yeah. And so luckily I got to ride, I got to fight, I got to shoot the bow. I mean, it was just awesome.
It was some of the best parts of the film is some of your work with that. I just, you and working together with your sister, I was just, look, I'm calling her your sister, and even she is, but you know what I mean? I mean, do you feel like people are going to watch this who had no idea of Native culture and be learning the right way finally?
Yeah, 100%. Like I've been watching a lot of like reaction videos to like, the preview and all this other stuff. And I feel like, there was a few, where people are like, how are these natives, with sticks and rocks gonna fight this thing? And I'm like, dude, these guys were deadly warriors. You know what I'm saying? Like, why do you think, Western expansion was such a difficult thing for a time? Because those Comanches and those Apaches, man, on those horseback, they were deadly. And if they had the same technology in past, maybe things would have been different,
Right.
And so,
you know what I think you did exquisitely is you embrace that sense of, as a warrior, you are deadly, but you had a huge heart, and that makes the best, Native person you could be. You didn't just bring an actor or a character to this film. You brought a human being, and a lot of people don't do that. So you really, it's incredibly hard to believe that this is your first film like this, to be
Thank
honest.
you so much, brother. That was at the forefront. Like I want young guys out there to know that you can be strong and you could be a warrior, you can be tough, but you can be kind. You don't have to be a jerk, you know. You can be silly, you can be happy, you know, you can care for, you know, for your mama and your sister and your little brothers and sisters, but you can still be strong. You don't have to be stoic all the time.
You were talking to a Mohawk guy journalist who's 55 years old and have had my share of watching terrible, terrible, terrible things that defined me. And now I'm talking to a young actor who has redefined us in the way it should be. And for that, you are to be commended. And I'm incredibly proud of you. And I'm thrilled to talk to you. And keep up the great work, Dakota. Keep up the great work.
Well, that just means the world to me. Thank you so much for joining us today, man. I'm on cloud nine, and you know, especially just hearing these things from you. I'm just forever excited and forever thankful for this, man.
Absolutely, brother. All right, man.